Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator.
The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Oh my God, it's episode 205 of The Brink of Sanity, and also the 7th year anniversary of starting this stupid show. To the week.
7 years?
7 years. Isn't that pathetic? Anyway, that's Mark. Mark's always here, and we got Will today. How you doing, Will?
7.
You know, that's only one waste of a dog's life.
That's true. But hundreds of hours of mine.
Hey, Will, how you doing? It's Mark right here. We're all in different locations, so
Hey, Mark.
there's-
How
Hey,
are you? Don't
good.
you hate when your nipples Sorry. That was from earlier.
Will was just off the show giving a rant. He lives in Manorville, Long Island.
Right, Manorville.
Apparently,
Home of
manners.
good manners. That's right. I had to explain this to this female that I've met recently. She's in Manorville, and I said, "Oh yeah, it's home of good manners, haha." And I explained to her that on every street corner you can see piles of coats, just piles of coats everywhere. Because if you remember, I don't know if when the last time this fucking happened was. Did this happen in like Casablanca? Was this ever like documented in some sort of movie? Because it's out there. I have this in my head for some reason where a man would, put his fucking nice coat over a little puddle.
What was her reaction to your 16-hour joke?
No, you know what? A lot of this stuff gets lost in translation. I think where you're texting somebody and I'm like, haha, even with the tongue, the
Wait,
semicolon
this
T.
was
Even when I give them the tongue sticking out face, they're like, "You're a fucking maniac.
It was like
You're
a
insane. You have coats everywhere."
it was like a 40-part text.
I almost. Sorry, I didn't realize the text. I pictured you at some bar being like, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Manorville. It's where they have the coat." She said, "Get the fuck away from me."
Yeah, come outside. Come outside. Look at this puddle. And then you're gonna, instead of you getting your fucking shoe a little wet, I'm gonna throw my nice coat into the puddle to sop up this fucking water, so that, because God forbid you got a little bit of water on your fucking shoe,
Or step around the puddle.
Yeah, or step over it. Spread your fucking legs one more time.
Has that
do
ever...
wanna-
You don't have 700 more pairs of shoes. At this point, this is you're fucking nuts. It's so hard to be funny, because no matter how many times I'm like, the tongue, I'm sticking my tongue out. You can't. I'm being facetious.
anyhow,
Haha. LOL. Haha. Please.
That's in Will's top 5 material that will never get you laid.
I feel like that might have happened once in that like Singing in the Rain movie.
Well, what happens after you put your coat down?
You just
It
fucking
gets
feel like an
soaking.
idiot. I hope you put it on. You put it on and you walk around, and then everybody looks at you with your fucking wet coat, and they're like, "Look at this pussy whipped faggot. Look at him. Look at him."
Do you put it back on? And now your
Puddle
whole outfit's wet.
They just leave the coats there. That's why in Manorville there's just coats everywhere. Every corner is just coats, piles of coats.
So it's just basically like a nice gesture / littering.
I guess. The puddle. Got rid of that puddle.
You're like, "Officer, I don't deserve a $1,000 fine. I was trying to do a nice gesture. You left the coat there. You were littering. Here's your $1,000 fine."
Yeah, that's good. If you're gonna litter, do it in a puddle. Just be like, "Look, I'm trying to soak up this water before it becomes black ice. I'm saving lives. What did you do today, officer?" Bothered
What
me.
if you do it and it's kind of a deeper puddle, and she steps on it and still falls down? She's like, "I wouldn't have stepped on that if it wasn't for your damn coat."
Yeah. You put the coat over like an open manhole, and you're like, "Here you go, after you, ma'am." She falls
that'll
and
teach you to
does the thing in the money pit where he felt like he's in the carpet, where Tom Hanks is in the carpet, and he falls into like that, but with your coat, and she's just slowly going into the sewer. She's like, "You son of a bitch." That will get you laid, because you just go down into the sewer. You after her. She's unconscious.
Bill Cosby just gave you a high five.
Oh, that's good. In my apartment complex, I actually stopped a rape. That was that was going to take place. Yeah. I started one also, so it was like I gotta broke even.
I didn't know if you were going to bring it on to
Changed my
a
mind,
real... It started as a heroic Brian Williams story, and now ended up as just being a bad joke.
So, what do you guys want to start with today? We have Facebook questions. We have some news stories. We have our recurring bit, Infowars. I got
a bit. Did you know Brian Williams single-handedly beat ISIS by himself?
Oh, that's good. I'm glad everyone completely overreacted to Brian Williams' one lie.
I think he had more than one lie. I'm gonna guess when you say you're in an army helicopter that got shot down, that wasn't your first lie.
You never know.
Either way, I think it's funny as hell. I think it's funny as hell because you're supposed to do like this news. I think it's funny as hell because everyone made a big deal, and I don't know. I'd love to just hear the rest of his lies. Did you know Brian Williams bought Alaska by himself? He was the Stuart Foley guy.
This is going to turn into the new Chuck Norris thing, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why I kind of want to do that with it.
Well, we'll pepper it in.
Will, what do you want to start with? You're the guest. We're all guests. I don't know.
Oh, they all sound so wonderful. Let's go with news questions. See what I did? I took a half of one and half of the other.
I know. I'm like so confused now.
He got me.
Oh,
you reached
shit.
for the news. You're like, oh, oof.
Will, so you and can we let people give perspective? So you and Jay used to do your public access thing together, right?
Oh, yes, that is correct. Yeah.
This is actually the 20th anniversary of our first episode.
Gross.
Are there any more anniversaries? Like 7-year anniversary of Brink, 20th anniversary of this?
I like combining anniversaries. That's why my anniversary with my girlfriend's also her birthday.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You have everything in one,
Yeah, you forget
one day you cannot forget. Yeah.
And our anniversary and her birthday is also July 4th, so there's really no excuse to forget.
You're like, honey, we're getting married at Christmas. Just deal with it.
I'll just pile it on to July 4th. I want everything on July 4th, so I get everything done in one day.
It's the busiest day in the
Exactly.
You're like a dog. Every time fireworks are going off, you're just like fucking freaking out.
It's a 20-hour day, but then I get to slack off the rest of the year. Works out.
At least you only have one day to remember getting a gift for.
Yeah, but I'm so fucked if I sleep in that day.
Well, how am I going to remember all our occasions that are on the same day? Come on.
Exactly. It's the way you do it. Thinking ahead.
So, Will, do you what are your fondest memories from the glory days of doing public access with Jay? Could you play Glory Days in the background?
I would if I had any Springsteen songs on my iTunes.
Well, So, what do you?
A nice thing. One of the nicer things was we used to get mail, and this was this was the equivalent. You couldn't leave a comment. You couldn't just like us. You couldn't just give us a thumbs up. You had to send us a fucking letter.
Yeah, this was 1994.
Do you remember that? You had a mailbox, and you had to walk down to it, and there was paper in there. So it was it was nice. You got these envelopes with, they smelled like the people's houses. What I would do is I would open the envelope and I would just smell it and just try to picture what they're wearing and
Will forgot to mention that 99% of
did you feel dirty when it was an 8-year-old boy writing you?
99% of our letters were to Will asking him for dates. Nobody even mentioned the public access show.
Nice.
It was just I like Will. Will is hot and Jay is gross. Thanks for the show.
You know what I just realized today? But this is I don't mean to say this. I'm not trying to offend anyone when I say this. But what I realized today was, I kind of jumped. I don't know when the last time you saw me was. I went from 20, and now I'm quickly becoming a silver fox. I'm going right to 40. There was never the 30s for me, and I got gray hairs coming in like a mofo. And I'm getting a little, the wisdom eyes. I got the crow's feet kind of coming in, and so and then I'm looking at your options. If luckily I'm not going bald. Thankfully there's no receding hairline, but I am getting a lot of grays, and it's fucking. Do you have these? Do you have these yet, Jay? You got some gray hairs?
I'm starting. I started going bald 10 years ago, and now I'm starting to go gray too. I'm like, both really? Fuck you. Yeah,
And what
it's starting.
this is how I cope with like I'm starting to have like all these issues with my body, and I always picture like a cartoon, like it's like there's people working inside of you, and they're like it's like a busy workroom in the brain, and then there's like so when I think of the gray hairs, because what they'll do is they grow faster than your normal hair.
I was just about to say that. I
Right.
feel like every time I have a gray, it's 3 times as long as
Yeah,
every
it's
time I
exactly. It's twice as long, and then you can easily pluck it. But then again, they're all over the place. It's because they don't have to paint it. The little people, they don't have to paint that strand of hair, so they're just like, yeah, send it up white, send it up blank, because all the other hair has, there's a little man that paints it. And then he slowly pushes it up after he paints it. He's got to blow it. He lets it dry, and then he sends it up. But not those white hairs. They're just like, fucking send it out. And they just fly out of your fucking head. But what I realized today was that I was looking in the mirror and I was like, all right, it has never been easier to be an ugly man. And I'm going to break this down for you because there's like if you're going bald, you just fucking shit. You don't do any of the embarrassing shit. You don't do the Rogaine. You don't do a comb over. You don't get a toupee. You just fucking shave it, bick it, bald. You're bald. You're completely bald, and they love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like women are falling for like all these stupid tricks. It's like, and then you end up looking like you have an upside down head because your head is bald, and then you have this big stupid beard, and it's like, all right, you get to cover up half of your fucking face. So now you got the whole, like, if you have an ugly lower half, you're good. You just fucking beard it up. So now you're fucking bald, and you got this beard, and you are a heartthrob. And it is just, you are just masking all these fucking imperfections,
Yeah, no, I totally. I'm
beards
not doing...
are all, dude, fuck, again, I mean no offense to, dude, fuck beards. Fuck them. That is I will never.
I love beards,
Never.
but
I know
my
you do.
girlfriend hates them, so...
I fucking hate it. I cannot stand it. And it's so like, oh my god, I love beards. I love guys with beards. And I was like, it's fucking gross, dude. You look like a fucking Duck Dynasty.
Well, when I have a beard, I keep it trim. I don't get one of those fucking,
they want
pubic hair
a mess.
beards.
They want a fucking, like I said, it's like an afro. It's an upside down. You're an upside down person. That's what I see.
No. I keep it tight ship on my beard.
And it sucks. It has never, you're an ugly guy. You can shave your head. It's like, this is ways you would like trick them, and they love it. They like, oh, he's so handsome. Like, you fool.
I'm not doing silky smooth, but I'm doing the tiniest little notch on the hair buzzer right now, so it's almost bald.
Yeah, that's well.
Are you graying, Mark?
I am not graying yet.
You're not graying. You're not going bald. Fuck you.
I think I'm going. I have like this little patch in the back that's growing a little bit bald, and every time I see a picture of like the top of my head, I always wince a little bit. I'm like, fuck, that's going to spread soon.
I didn't know I was going bald for years. First time I found out, I got a sunburn there. That's a humbling moment.
Oh wow.
I'm like, something's hurting. Oh, it's my exposed
that I
skull.
need there. What happened?
I've had a couple times over the years where like someone will like cut my hair and be like, your hair's thinning at the top. And I was like very thin. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going bald. Then I was like, wait, is my hair always thin? I don't fucking really even know. But they always try to sell me something on top of it. They're like, you should get this like thickening shampoo. I'm like, does that really even physically possibly work? You use shampoo and your hair just becomes thicker?
That doesn't sound legit, really.
Sure. Yes. Just adds to it slowly.
Yeah.
Is there hair in the shampoo? You're just adding it.
I don't know. What if I had normally thick hair? Would something just have like one hair that goes across my entire head, like a hat?
I've seen people with comb overs that are almost that bad. They're like wrapping that shit around.
Yeah,
Looks like a slinky on top of their head. It's terrible.
Yeah, they grow a turban.
Yeah.
But I am not bald yet. So my dad's not. Everybody always says like it's your mom, it's your dad, it's your grandfather, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what it is.
It's supposed to be your grandpa on your mom's side.
I think it's supposed to be an old wives' tale. Actually, that's what it's supposed to be.
My grandpa on my mom's side died in his late 80s with a full head of hair, and I started losing mine at like 23. So that shit's fucked up.
There goes that.
Yeah, exactly.
I have an uncle on my mom's side that's been wearing a rug since he was like 25, from some ridiculous young age, and we try to convince him to go bald entirely, but He goes with the rug, and he's in his 60s, and the rug makes him look like his hair is just solidly dark brown. Which
I like the old people who are like 70 years old that have jet black hair.
yeah, that's basically what he does. Doesn't really work. I don't know.
No, that doesn't work. When your face is nothing but wrinkles and you have jet black hair, it's like, come on. They don't make a hair dye that it's like, I don't know, light brown or salt and pepper. Or,
Yeah, do the salt. Yeah, do the Mr. Sheffield.
I don't think the salt and pepper looks bad. I would trade in bald for salt and pepper in a heartbeat.
I just think also it comes down to I don't know. It's got to be It's got to be like a million times worse for a woman than a guy.
Oh
for
yeah. Oh,
like,
dude, 25. They are fucking ancient. I've seen girls that are like in their 20, 23, 24, and they look like my Aunt Rita. They look fucking 40. It is over. It is,
you know
23. You're done. I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, well, like Chelsea Handler is our age, and my dad asked me the other day.
Chelsea Handler's our age.
Yes, and she's like 1 year older. And my dad called me and asked who that middle-aged woman on TV is.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
She
Especially when
looks
you're
like
you're on
she's
Tinder and you're on
45.
these dating sites. You see this. You see girls, and you're like 23, and you're like, bullshit. Yeah, okay. I have a collection. I have like screenshots of just. I see there's like 23, and I'm like, not even 32. Not even you mix the numbers up. 132.
I had that happen.
What happened?
I had a girl flip the numbers on a dating site.
Yeah.
And it was quite obvious.
Ugh.
What was the?
I bet they're truthful. They're 24. They look like they're.
No, this girl really did it because after a couple months, she slipped and posted something like, "Oh, I'm so proud of my son graduating high school," and I'm like, "Yeah, if you were fucking, yeah, exactly, got you." No
I'm
fucking
so proud of
way.
my grandkid graduating high school.
Oops.
Exactly.
I should have known when I picked her up from the old folks' home.
Will, did you know that a girl we went to high school with is 6 months away from being a grandma? How fucked up is that?
Yeah, that's like old time shit. That wasn't how it was. It was like 14, 15. You had to be. That's when you started.
Yeah, if you're a
mother.
grandma in your mid 30s,
You were dead at like
today,
35. Like that was life expectancy, so everything happened a lot sooner.
Yeah, but it's not back then.
It's weird how it's like society, but we're animals. Whatever. We're animals. Deal with it. We're fucking animals. It's not hair. It's fur. We're animals. And if you have the ability, like society-wise, yeah, they're not ready at 13, but you can get pregnant. Like I can get you pregnant.
You know what it is?
Baby in you when you're 13. I know that's not what we want to do, and that's not the way society works. And you're not. But let's just break it down. We're animals, and I can get you pregnant.
It's the people who
Is that
never
your,
left
is that your personal
their...
lad?
What's that?
Is that your birthday?
Yeah.
That's his
We're
Tinder
animals.
profile.
I get you pregnant. Just saying.
Yeah, that's yeah. But I'm breaking it down.
You're
That's the
you're
honest
amazing.
truth.
I changed my ad to that, and like I get hit after hit. Girls are like, you're just so honest.
The people who do that are the ones that never left the hometown after high school, though.
Yeah,
So
those
wait,
stupid
how old
laws.
is this?
Fucking
How old
laws.
is this girl's kid?
I don't know, but she's 36. So, she has to be what?
Break that in half. Just 18.
Yeah.
18 and 18. That's it.
Yeah,
Pregnant at
pretty
18.
much.
Or pregnant at 10, and she'd be a great grandmother by now.
You can't do that though. That doesn't work.
She could be
Tried.
a great
I tried.
grandma by
God
50.
damn it! I tried. It does not work.
Yeah, she might be a great grandma by 50.
That'd be nice.
That's great.
It would be GGILF.
Yeah, back to body falling apart news.
Oh, go ahead.
I had another sleep study this week
Uh-huh.
Oh.
because one wasn't
Do you know
enough.
that Jay is a complete mess?
Really? I'm shocked. I'd be surprised to hear that someone wasn't a mess. Everyone is a fucking maniac. All right.
Yeah,
Being normal is not normal. That's it.
it's true, but I didn't think my body would completely betray me in my mid-30s. But I guess that's what happens when you have 10 straight years of completely abusing the shit out of it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had another sleep study, which was worse than the first.
Was the guy who still whispering sweet nothings in your ear the whole night?
Yes. Only this one was worse because they determined I do have apnea, They said I'm waking up 18 times an hour.
An hour?
An hour. The good news is that when I had a sleep study in 2009, I was waking up 38 times an hour.
For what?
Because
What happens?
I have to pee a lot.
Now this guy needs to ask you, like, what is it? What is it, boy? Like, he needs to find out what it. There's something happened.
Is this how they do the test? They go, Jay, you awake? You awake? Yeah. You awake? You awake? Like,
That's how many times my airway is closing and I'm like jolting awake per hour.
And do you
well,
say?
I thought your sleep was getting better.
Well, no, it's not now. Apparently, I mean it's better than 38 times an hour. Comparably, 18 times is much better.
You'll be down to 9 times in a couple of years.
I lost like 30 pounds. I'm back to like when we did our pilot episode like 10 years ago. I'm back down to that weight.
Good.
But
you were a good size there.
Well, apparently not because I'm waking up 18 times an hour.
Well, that has nothing to do with your beautiful girlish figure.
So this time they said, all right, you have apnea, you have to go back in, and we want you to sleep with the sleep apnea machine. Because sleeping with 20 wires connected to your face, legs, and chest is not hard enough. We want this machine on. And then he's like, are you going to sleep on your back? And I'm like, nope. He's like,
what if he said instead of setting the machine, he could just sleep next to you and he can examine closely?
I mean, he might as well. It was awkward enough. He's like, well, you got to sleep on your back because we want to calibrate the machine for when you're on your back. I'm like, all right, but I've done that 0 times my entire life. So I'm probably just going to lay there staring at the ceiling until it's time to go home. And so that's basically what happened for the first hour and a half. I'm just sitting there looking at the ceiling, and I roll over on my side for a half a second, and they have this speaker right next to your head, and he's like, roll over on your back. I'm like, oh, you fuck.
Well,
how about I get comfy, fall asleep, and then you position me however the fuck you need me?
Yeah, they don't do that, apparently.
Well, isn't that kind of the whole point of the sleep study, to have you like sleep so they can see what's going on, as opposed to make you really uncomfortable and see how that works?
Well, he told me with the machine he wants to calibrate it so when you're in your worst position, because people with apnea have it worse when they're on their back, so he wanted to calibrate it like that, so when I'm on my side it's fine, but if I roll on my back then it's also fine, even though I'll never roll on my back ever. What's
the cure for this whole? How do you deal with this? So you're waking up 18 times a night per hour. I guess you're waking up over 8 hours. You're waking up 148 times.
Yeah, that was nice quick math.
Yeah, I can do math when it comes to sleep apnea. What's the cure? Like, okay, we figured it out. You're waking up a lot at night. Okay, what do I do? I don't know. We only tell you have a problem. Bye.
Well, I went from 38 to 18, losing 25 pounds. So my theory is that I'll lose another 20 pounds, and then it'll go away.
Do that when they go, well, fatty, I'm not sure how you're going to solve this, fatty.
Let's think about it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot to be on your mind. It's like, I don't know. It's pretty heavy to have this. What do they say? What do you say that you do about this?
This problem is really weighing on my mind. I don't know.
Wow. I don't know any other fat fucks that have. What do you do about it? That's like the.
You wear this mask and then you lose weight. Or you don't lose weight and you wear the mask forever.
Is that literally what they tell you? Lose weight?
No, they actually don't. But I mean, I figured that out for myself.
But do they give you any kind of like, here's what you should do about this?
Not really. I mean, I met with the doctor and I told him I lost weight and it went down. He's like, yeah, it may go away if you lose more weight. He said it may not, but it might. So I'm like, great.
Is he like not allowed to give you the correct answer? He's like hiding it. Well, I can't say that losing weight would help. It might, but I can't say that like someone's listening onto him.
I don't know.
Like the fast food industry is like monitoring it, so he has to give it to you in code.
All I know is that I don't want to go back there. You have to like ask permission to go to the bathroom because you're hooked up to like 20 different wires and shit, and so he has to like unhook it. Well, and then the machine on top of that. So you have to be like, please, sir, can I take a piss?
You should have peed on yourself during it.
I was so tempted. I was actually contemplating that.
That'd be freaking amazing. They'd be like, well, when you shat in the bed, because we can see what's going. Your sleep is not The shitting in the bed part of it's the bad part.
Well, you said sleep like I normally do, and I normally just shit all over myself while I'm sleeping.
I am a complete wreck. Will, you have any sleep issues?
Oh no, I'm out. I'm out like a light. You get me a little tired. I'll do it sitting up on my back, on my head, in the car, driving. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to bed. It's bedtime. But yeah, sleeping on the back that is tough, especially on command. Like if I'm really tired, I'll it doesn't matter. I don't even have to be in the bed. But yeah, that's on
sleeping in a
command.
position you don't normally sleep in on commands is like, and then add in all those other factors. They said I fell asleep long enough to like get data, which I guess is like at least.
You know what it is?
It's
You're harder to molest if you curl up in a ball.
That is true. Oh, somebody sent us an article. He was asking if this is the guy I got. A Japanese man was accused of raping dozens of women during fake sleep studies.
Mm-hmm.
But he held the sleep studies in hotels. Shouldn't that have been the first sign that sleep studies are not in like a Motel 6?
Yeah,
Well,
it's comfy.
Sir, I get the fact that maybe I should have clothes on, but you're doing the study. Why aren't you wearing clothes?
Apparently, he fooled 100 women with this.
Well,
Is
there
that
you
just
go.
is the real answer here that women are just really stupid?
He also sold the videos to porn sites and made $100,000. This guy had a real racket going on.
Wow. He was like an entrepreneurial creep.
Yeah. I mean, he was a businessman at heart.
My little Billy, he's got his own business going. Oh, what does he do? Well, he tricks girls to getting undressed and to sleeping in his place, and he rapes them. But he sells the videos. He's making quite a pretty penny.
It said he sought women from their teens to their 40s, so basically women.
Well, how many of the women figured it out? You have to figure most of them did not figure it out right away.
Right, because if they're not realizing that having a sleep study in a hotel is fishy, then they're probably not realizing they're also getting drugged and raped.
Well, you assume that the first woman's didn't realize it, or else the study would stop. So you figure like number 100 realized it more likely than number 1. So a bunch of women are reading this in the paper going, "Oh my God, I went for that sleep study. Maybe he didn't rape me. Maybe I was just wearing different clothing at the end of it because
They might not have found out about it till they came across the website.
I imagine you probably don't find it. Could you imagine you find out something terrible happened to you through like a news report?
Or like you're just browsing for porn and it's you.
Wow, oh shit.
This is hot. Oh wait, no. Not so much.
Jerking off to yourself. Oh, well.
What a nice ass.
I'm going to finish, but I got some calls.
This is really awkward. I'm going to bookmark this.
As soon as I finish, I'm calling the cops. Okay. Facebook questions. Grant writes, has Jay died yet? The answer is no. Has Bry's girlfriend disappeared under mysterious circumstances? I don't know about that.
Probably true.
Probably.
Bry will be back on the show soon. We'll ask Bry then.
Yeah.
We got a couple more questions from Will.
Oh, you're just going to... Okay.
Would you have more on the other page?
Yeah, we have one. Gilliam writes, what did you make of the sudden change of image of Uma Thurman?
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I thought she looked like what she normally does, except she aged 10 years.
I have to think every time I hear about a celebrity having having plastic surgery, one of these situations, they always look worse. There's never been a situation where they have a facelift and they look better. They always look, oh, she's kind of a younger, she's a younger version of herself if she was an alien.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the fourth season of Arrested Development. I didn't recognize the blonde woman.
Yeah.
Till the third episode.
They always look terrible. They don't look like they're like normal human beings anymore.
I don't get the old lady lips. They all get these big puffy fake lips, and I've never seen it look good on anybody.
I don't know. It always just looks really fake.
Have you guys seen that? The big puffy weird lips? No?
Not really.
Well, I see it all the time. I think it's really weird. I went to I was catering a party in the Hamptons, and everyone had those. Maybe it's what the upper class people do.
Will, are you into that giant pushback faces with puffy lips? Is that your type?
Is that your thing? Is that how you sort it out on Tinder?
Yeah. They need the surgery at like 21, so they could probably benefit from the surgery. Maybe if they didn't wait, you know, like they're looking okay in their 30s. Maybe if they just jumped into it, because I don't know what the fuck. Like, are they just always in the sun? Like, does makeup just like suck the soul out of them? Like, what happens? 22, 23, you're done. You're done. If you're not married, you're done. Yeah,
Are you active?
Lips.
Are you an active user of Tinder?
Yeah, sure.
How is Tinder? We were talking about that on a previous episode. We never, like, neither of us were single when to, like.
Oh, it's
wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Is it location based? Like, is it like you can?
Yeah, it uses the GPS in your phone, and you get people that are around you.
Like,
and
how?
I started using it when I was down in Myrtle Beach, which is not really a very it's the South. Even though it is they refer to it as the redneck Riviera. It is it's like the vacation place for the surrounding states. So there's a lot of Yankees, as they call us, people from up north that are down there. But there's also, you get a lot of rednecks. So when it came to internet dating, most of I was in Myrtle Beach and I met a girl down in Charleston. This was how far I had to go. This was, an hour and a half drive away that I was, meeting young people. Because it was in this area. Myrtle Beach is more of a vacation spot. There's a lot of older people. So I didn't really have that good of a time on there. But yeah, just internet dating in general, I had to go a little further. With Tinder, you can set it up to, 20 miles. When I went out to the city, we went out to go see Chris Hardwick a couple months back. And I just fired it up while I was waiting. We were waiting for the show to start. I just fired it up. And I was like 1 mile radius. And it was just, oh my God, just unbelievable amounts of women.
Can you do if you're in the city, because the city, obviously everything's a little more jam packed.
Yeah. Oh
can
yeah,
you do
you're dealing with, can
you do a quarter mile? What's the shortest distance you can do?
I think I don't know if you could do a half mile, but I think a mile. I think it starts with 1 and then it goes to 100. If I'm not mistaken, I can go in there if you want. If I can find my phone.
Yeah, Manhattan
I think
is
1 mile is where they start.
one mile in Manhattan.
It'd be pretty cool if you could do the radius of 100 feet. You're like, who was in this bar? Who was in the bar with get laid?
Crystal, just yelling it. Found you.
Is it more of dating site or more of let's hook up tonight site?
They kind of, people will say that it is kind of I consider any dating site, to be that's how we get down to business pretty quick in most cases. Hey, you're good looking. Hey, you're not fucking crazy. Okay, let's see let's see if there's any problems over in the bedroom, because that's what it is. You got to get that shit out of the way. I met this girl when I was down there, and my nickname for her was the princess. This girl was like a princess. I really just thought of her as she reminded me of Jasmine from the Aladdin, the Disney movie. Mm-hmm. And so she was very eloquent, very well, well spoken. She was very tall. She had big tits. She was a beautiful girl. I
remember Jasmine for her big tits from the Aladdin movie.
Yeah, well, this was, she reminded me of her. She had some of she had the similar. She had the nose, the kind of.
Yeah. Go.
She was very pretty, but she was, So it came down to, the bedroom, and we were hitting it off great. We had a great first date, great meetup. She seemed kind of prude to me, but then I kind of got that. Yeah, she was ready to party, and I'm not like that. I'm not. I was never. I'm not pushy. Whatever, wherever it goes is where it goes. But so it got.
Listen,
to the
I
bedroom.
want rape on the first date. Go on.
Right. Yeah. Second date. That's a second.
Yeah.
You do the letters. You do the R and then the A. 4 dates to spell rape.
That'd be the greatest.
It also spells anal.
The greatest rule ever. The fourth date rule. Isn't it the third date rule? The fourth date rule. If you haven't had sex with them, you get to rape them.
Yeah. But
we just lost our last female listener. Go on.
Girls like to hear this side of it, or not, or just they want to pretend that it's, oh, he's such a gentleman, he's so chivalrous. Chivalry to me means I'm gonna throw my coat in the fucking puddle for you. Normally, when you see on these dating sites, I've learned a lot. When you see chivalry, they're looking for a guy who's chivalrous,
that's a huge thing on those sites. I've seen.
That when I see it, look, you want them to have manners. You want them to be polite. You want them to hold the door for you. Yeah, I'd hold the door for fucking a guy. I'll hold the door for fucking anybody. It's a nice thing to do. You just want somebody that's polite and has manners. When they say chivalry, a guy thinks, okay, yeah, pay for dinner, whatever. That's what it is. Their version of chivalry is buy me shit.
Yeah.
That's all it means. It
Yeah,
means
I
buy
can
me
see
shit. You're chivalrous. Okay, buy me shit. That's what I see. You're a gold digger. It's not chivalry because chivalry is out there.
What was your worst experience with that on that site or any of the dating sites?
A heroin addict. I met this
I'm
girl.
sorry?
Heroin addict. Met this girl, went to her house.
I expect you to
she's
pay
on
for
her
the heroin.
front porch. She's on her front porch, like all fucked up, like passing out, like scars on her fucking arm. I'm like, holy shit! It was funny because we got along, like we hit it off fucking awesome. We were like, oh, and then I go there to heroin. I'm like, perfect. I'm like, oh great, this is the ideal woman for me. This is a fucking heroin addict.
Wait, she was like that on your first date?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I went to her. I drove up to. It was. She was on the. She was in Charlotte, I think. So, North Carolina. Like I said, it was rough down there because you had to go really, really, really far. Let me finish it. Let me finish the princess thing. So the princess.
That's weird.
Like I said, this is why we get into the bedroom quick because there was a big discrepancy. There was a big. We butted heads real hard in the bedroom because she is all. She's a really nice girl, really smart, and then all of a sudden she's all about her vagina. Like she wants a guy that's gonna fucking worship her vagina. And I'm like, all right, show me this fucking thing. Like, all right, let me see this fucking thing. Hairiest, the hairiest fucking bush. It was like 1980 all over again. It was the hairiest bush. And I'm like, what are the odds of you like just taking this down a notch? Like, she's like, how much? I'm like, gone. How about all the way gone? You're spreading crabs. Get rid of this shit. Look like a porno. It's gone. Get rid of it. She's like, no, I will never shave my vagina. And that was it. That was really just like, all right, well, I really like you, and I think you're cool with this. It's never gonna fucking fly. I am not going down there. I'm certainly my head is not going down. There is no fucking way. Forget that shit. So yeah, so it's better to get to that quickly because that was a big. She put her foot down and I put my foot down and that was it. That was it. There was no compromise. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes there's deal breakers like that.
Yeah, you got to find that shit out right away.
Two of my close friends have slept with my girlfriend's friend, and they both said she was the worst kisser like ever. Like just like a deal breaker bad.
How bad could you be as a kisser? Like she tries to eat you?
Oh, I've had so many. Yeah, like they're like they tense up their lips and they're like really forceful and it just feels fucking gross. Yeah, no,
it's like a high school kid.
I've had some awful fucking kissers.
Yeah, you could be really bad.
Yeah, they tense up and it's just like they're fucking like trying to eat you. Like it's just gross. Like a fucking beetle. You're kissing an insect.
I think you ate my tooth.
It sounds fun out there. Well, if we do this again, I want to hear the story of how you ended up in the Deep South because I don't know.
Wait, how long were you in the Deep South for, Myrtle Beach?
It wasn't really the Deep South because it was. A quick version is I was in Roanoke Rapids, which is a town on the north end of North Carolina. It was we had an opportunity there. I wasn't working up here. There was really nothing going on. A buddy of mine that I used to do flooring with had an opportunity. He needed a helper. We went down there together. Ended up just traveling around because it was just dead. Roanoke Rapids is that was the sticks. That was the middle and fucking nowhere. And then we just kind of started moving south, and then Myrtle Beach came up, and it was fun. Compared to where we were, it was fun. Like to go there. There's like amusement parks. There's like it's the Redneck Riviera. It's their vacation spot. It's like they don't have a Six Flags. They don't have these kind of places. They just have Myrtle Beach. And when you go to Myrtle Beach, the claim to fame. Like they have this big sign when you drive in, and it's like birthplace of Vanna White. Like that's the best fucking this big fucking sign. Like the blonde bitch that spins the letters and has no personality and barely a fucking celebrity. Yeah, she was born here. So what do you think of that? How's that, fucking city slickers, bastards?
Awesome.
Yeah, who's fancy pants now?
Wait, so how long were you down there for?
3 years. But I was in Charleston. I moved down to Charleston for 1 year.
That's supposed to be pretty cool. How's Charleston?
It's okay. Once you're in like Manhattan, like you've been to the real city, when you see it down there, it really just feels like fabricated. It feels like a fake this is a fake Greenwich Village, and this is the fake, and it's like you almost start to feel like you're in a kind of hip, cool place, and then somebody opens their fucking mouth, and it sounds like fucking this, and you're just like, yep, this is fake.
Yeah, like, oh, that's cute.
Like,
You think you know what pizza is? That's adorable. Huh? Yeah, I don't know if I could. I don't know how much patience I'd have in that type of situation.
It's tough. It's really. You hear the same things. Like, you have the script. I called it the script, and it was just like, if you're in this situation, you say this. You're in that situation, you say that. So you're just running into like the same person over and over and over again.
What were the situations?
Like if they do something and you're like, oh, that was cool. Hey, you did that pretty well. They go, it ain't rocket science. Everybody says that. They just say the same fuck. Or, it ain't my first rodeo. Yeah, your first rodeo was the one where your mother, the fucking rodeo clown, got kicked in the stomach by the fucking fucking horse and fucking rolled in a barrel while she was pregnant with you. You piece of shit. That was your first fucking rodeo. You piece of shit.
So you loved it down there. It sounds like you really had like time.
Oh, it was hilarious.
It sounds like you really like. Oh, I don't know how you even came back. It sounds like you like loved it, especially like the people, especially.
Every once in a while, you would run into another New Yorker, and they would just be like, "Yo, look at these!" We were just like, "Yes, thank you." We just go off. We would just go off. It would be the funniest shit. You would just go back and forth. How dumb these motherfuckers were. Oh my god, it was. I could go on forever. We could do a whole show of just rednecks.
What were you doing down there, job-wise?
We were doing flooring. It was
flooring. Okay.
VCT tile, carpet installation, hardwood floors. They put carpeting in their bathrooms. These fucking animals, carpeting in the fucking bathroom.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst. I was like, I'm like, really? Like, it's a trailer. And this is when one of the first situations where I dealt with a lot of people from, and I will always, and remember this tip. Not to say that there isn't one in a million that makes it out of this state, intact. John Lithgow, for instance, is from this place, and he's a terrific actor.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard John Lithgow has
Love
carpeting in the bathroom. A little in fact, go on.
These people, these particular people that I'm thinking of, they were from Ohio. If you don't know anybody from Ohio, consider yourself very lucky. Maybe you think you know a person from Ohio and they're okay, like, oh yeah, my buddy's from Ohio, he's fine. He is a fucking maniac. You just don't know him well enough. He is a fucking lunatic.
I went to a couple spring breaks, and every douchebag I met happened to be from Ohio.
Yeah. It is a thing, and we kept working, and what we would do is, it was people moving down there or on vacation down there, and they all had their cell phones from the state that they were from. So it was cool. Like in the morning, we had the phone number of the customer. We were going to call them up, let them know we're on our way over there to the carpet, and you see the area code. So we Google the area code and be like, shit, Ohio. And if it was fucking Ohio, I would bet the bank. I would bet all the money I had on me that they were going to be fucking lunatics. And sure enough, every time, you can go around and say, if I meet 100 people named Frank and they're all assholes, I'm going to be, that's the consensus, that people named Frank are fucking assholes, all right? So that's what it was. Everybody from Ohio they were nuts. They were just like weird and fucking just the creepy people you see on like Cops and shit. They were all just a little off, at the very least. So we watch out for people from Ohio.
People realize that there's like pee and stuff in the bathroom.
Yeah, it was like, and just like the moisture, like look at the walls, like when you take a shower, like you take a hot shower, get out and look at the mirror and look at the walls. I just picture that like being like on the walls and just seeping into the fucking carpet and the mold and the fucking mildew. Like it's like, you piss on the floor a little bit, and at night maybe, the toilet overflows. What do? You just have oh fuck. Oh shit.
I gotta say, I don't mind this carpeted bathroom that much.
You get a mat. You get a fucking mat. So when the mat gets gross, you fucking throw it out.
Yeah, that you could do as well. Did you ever tell these people, like, what the fuck are you doing? What? I can't carpet this room. What the fuck are you doing? Are you from Ohio?
You would laugh. Like I've had that before. Where it's like, as long as you make fun of them, and as long as you're smiling, they like laugh. They're like, oh yeah, we are stupid. As long as you're smiling when you fucking say it to them, they'll laugh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm dumb.
I've worked enough waitering and retail jobs to know that if you're smiling, you can say basically whatever you want to people.
Yeah. It's basically you stick the semicolon P, you stuck the tongue out.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to say you fucking cunt. Make the face to them.
So I think we have more questions on Facebook from Will. You want to go to those?
Sure.
Not the Will in the show.
Going. Uma Thurman, yeah, insect. Old insect. Next.
Don't read the basketball one. Save those for.
No, doesn't he have a whole bunch of or?
There's a bunch of basketball ones in the Brink question thread. So
Okay.
just
whatever.
skip to the Brink question.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to the Brink ones. Okay. William writes. But William has his Facebook page, just him with his shirt off, or some other man with his shirt off. If William could please explain what the deal with his Facebook picture is, I would be really happy. Because he posts a lot on our site, and we love when he posts. But what the fuck's up with his picture? William writes, what could Mark do if someone approached him about cuckolding/swinging with his wife? Just saying, as a black man, I've heard a lot of white people doing this. As a ex-Hamster HD porn premium member, these white husbands record wives with BBC vids have been trending lately, along with college students getting naked in their college libraries. I mean, in general, not indirect. I'd be against this happening.
That's the shocking answer of the night.
Jay, would you be okay with being part of this?
That's not really my thing. No, not meeting random people on the internet and having them fuck my wife.
Will, do you have are you girlfriend, single, married?
Oh, no, I'm single.
Cuckold?
I've been approached to be the guy.
Have you?
On numerous occasions? Yes, definitely.
In a threesome or a cuckold?
Yeah, like I come over and fuck the dude's wife and he watches.
Oh, that I guess that is cuckolding, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
I've been
How does that?
invited to be the guy.
Could you explain? Was that in Myrtle Beach or here?
That was a few in New York and in Myrtle Beach definitely. Yeah, there's some fucking
I would have guessed
Ohio.
you were down there.
Ohio.
Yeah. Well,
Ohio,
while you're laying the carpet in my bathroom, you want to fuck my wife?
Yeah.
Okay, forget the carpet. Just wife. How does
carpet my wife?
how many times have you been approached about this?
Let's see. Let me see. I probably still have. I keep a record of all these hilarious little adventures. Let's see. There was 2 in Myrtle Beach. That went as far as like this. He was this. It was the wife that was approaching me. The guy was cool with it. They wanted me to like go out and meet them and have drinks with them and just kind of get the vibe and see how we were together. Which I declined. That is not me. That is not for me.
Well, of these. So let me ask you: any of these girls, were the end of the wives hot, attractive, better than average?
This one, they're always kind of like, There's no like, holy shit, like the unbelievable story or the porn, woman. But they're usually like, they're like a little old, maybe like like a little bigger than I mean, to me, if you're not like just a little bit up, basically what I like in a woman, I want a skeleton with makeup and like tits. That's my ideal woman, and anything above that is you're fat. So they're a little like real like average, not like these bitches that say they're average and they're gigantic.
Hey, you want to come home and fuck my tarred wife? So if
you can only get so skinny, but you can get really, really fat. So if your definition of average is just the middle, that's not fair. Because you can only get so skinny. Like, I'm average. Like, why? Because this woman managed to become the size of a house. So you're in the middle. You're 400 pounds.
Here's the question: if the girl was hot, like not like model, but like relatively very attractive, would you do it?
That's another story. It would have to be like pretty. She'd be up there. Because these girls like they weren't bad. The last one, it was a woman. I would say she's a woman. She had a younger husband. They were both older than me, but she was older than he was.
How old was she?
What's up?
How old was she? What do you think?
I think 40. She was 40 something, 40, and he was like 38. She was 40.
How do you gently let them down? Like,
I'm always polite. I try to always keep it like, with everything I say, I always kind of put the tongue out, just in case it doesn't fly. I'm like, just kidding, haha. So you want to do anal tonight? And they're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, be right over. And then if they're like, what? You're like, oh, gotcha. Just kidding.
Listen, you paid for some drink.
That was a joke.
Listen, you paid for some drinks tonight. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll reach into the table and finger bang your wife. Would that be okay? Would that set us even? Okay.
Well, there was this area down there called Celebrity Square, and it was just kind of like clubs, and that's where they wanted to, whatever, go there, meet and have drinks with them, see if they liked me. And
Wait,
but yeah,
are you meeting? Are you meeting them in the club? Where were you meeting them?
Yeah, it was a club. It was like this place called Celebrity Square. It's like a bunch of different clubs, and they.
No, I meant because you said like I thought you meant like you met them there.
I'm meeting them. No. This is all everything. Everything's online, buddy. Everything's online.
Oh, okay. I thought you were meeting
online.
them.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not just they're walking up. They're like, excuse me, sir. You look like you'd fuck my wife.
That's what I was expecting. That's what
No, that's that's I don't know. You go to there's places where you can meet up for that.
I'm sure online there's a place you can meet up to like share your girl with a dog.
Yeah, exactly. But that's exactly. But that's you walked into that. This was just like
right.
Wait,
so you were on like bangmywife.com?
No, just on like dating sites or just random sites where you meet people.
But none of this stuff happened. None of this stuff happened organically in a bar. Like, hey, dude, you're watching the game. You want to nail this one behind me?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't know if that's safe. I don't know if they go that route.
Oh.
I'm sure it does. It has never happened to me. I'm usually not at the place until I have the date set up. I'm not just at the bar hanging out.
You know what it was? I was like, I've never actually met you in person. I was like, wow, this guy's the kind of guy who's apparently gets approached a lot to bang people's wives.
No.
Online seems like it makes more sense.
No. Yeah. I'm sure if I went out more and just stood there, eventually everything would, I'd have everything happen to me.
I am going out today.
All kinds of offers. Ask me things to fuck. Fuck this cup.
You start trying to bring it up with people. Hey, you guys seem like really into each other. Do you want me to fuck her while you jerk off? No? I'm going to leave. No, I don't need to fight.
I'm going to say no, but just ask me. I just want you to ask me. I'm going to say no. Just ask me. I need this.
I don't want to.
No, I don't want to. That's gross. Get away from me. Thank you.
Listen, I mean, like, your wife, she's average, and in my book, that's really terrible. Just so I would never bang this. I'm just saying to ask. Will also writes, he wrote just 6 questions to us. I see Jay has that Walter White formula going on from Amazon, LOL. Jay, why did you not smoke weed? Was curious. I live in Brooklyn. All these hipsters be smoking weed like crazy.
Well, the thing is, I used to, and then I started getting massive, crippling anxiety attacks every time I smoked.
I like weed,
but
I don't get anxiety attacks, though.
Yeah, it's smoking weed to calm down from anxiety when it gives you anxiety attacks is not good.
Will, do you partake in weed, and does it give you anxiety attacks?
I used to, and same thing. I started to get really bad, like fucking my heart. I was always like a paranoid smoker.
Yeah.
Always. I would always be, I'm not going anywhere. This is it. Everybody's after me. There's ghosts. In the house is haunted. Very paranoid. But yeah, then it started to my heart would start to get a little too much where it's just like hospital.
I never thought it was a very social drug. It'd be like, we all smoke. Okay, we're high now. Can everyone get the fuck out so I can watch TV and eat?
See, I was never like the paranoid type. I would always be like, oh, let's hang out and play a game or whatever.
Oh yeah, I could veg out and I could get really creative too, and I miss it. I miss it dearly. It was so much fun to just play games. As much as I like games, I don't really get into them as much these days because when you're smoking weed and you're playing a really good game, like shut down.
Exactly. Games and cartoons really started losing their appeal.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I got my first massive anxiety attack, I was actually with you, Will, and I don't even know if you know, but we smoked, and then I literally thought I was dying, and I'm just standing there,
yeah,
and I'm in like I'm in your doorway, and I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking die right in front of Will right now, and you're just talking and talking and talking, and like I have no idea if and you're trying to take my mind off of the fact that I think I'm dying, or you're just really into whatever story you're telling.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there many a time where you're just going through the motions and just standing there and you're just like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
When do I interrupt this person and go hospital?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, any second I'm either just gonna pass out, I'm gonna die, or it went on for I don't know. It must have been a pretty long story, but I was completely freaking out. And the next day I went and I got a what is that, a Holter monitor, because I really thought my heart was just fucked, And yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it does that to you. It sucks. You gotta enjoy it while you can, because there's gonna be that one time where it's just like a bad trip. That's it. Tap out.
I don't think you can really die from weed.
I don't know.
I think there's been like total of 0 deaths from people from weed.
I don't know. If you got other things going on,
Yeah, I'm saying
maybe that's not what killed you, but that could trigger it. It definitely could.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting really bad anxiety and then that causes, heart problems or something.
Exactly. You have a heart attack because you're freaking yourself out. It's not the weed, no, but it still triggered it.
Yeah, that was probably the second worst anxiety attack I've ever had.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Will also writes, how Nick podcast conquests to take over Instagram going. Is that the question you meant for the Nick show?
Yeah, because it's not about.
Okay, Will also writes, I up for an upgrade. I want an iPhone 6 Plus, but I am scared of the whole Bendgate thing and have not had one for a long time. Should I? Opinions on iPhones in general.
The whole bendy thing, people have videos of it. They're like bending it as hard as they can.
What's the bending thing?
iPhone 6s were supposed to bend and break, but they bend if you literally sit there trying to bend it as hard as you can. Like they're not. You're not just gonna hold it and it's gonna melt in your hand. Like there was this.
Why would you bend your iPhone?
Well, I think some people might have been putting them in their back pockets and then sitting down on them or something
Yeah, they're these hipsters wearing these fucking super tight pants.
Yeah.
You take a step and the phone is it's about to break.
Yeah, they're not going to break if you don't do something stupid with them. As far as the iPhone, I don't know. I've never had an iPhone. My girlfriend has an iPhone 5 and hates it. And even though she hates it, she still wants an iPhone 6. But she does not like the iPhone 5.
180 million Americans that use iPhones daily. Can't be that wrong.
That's
what do you?
not true.
Yeah, again, Justin Bieber,
Yeah, exactly.
pretty popular.
There's a lot of popular shit
Can't be
that
wrong.
sucks.
Must be the best. Can't be wrong.
Must be the best.
Must be the best. Best musician.
Will writes, like Black Bang Dingoes, cause Dwight Howard wants to join the part.
See, that's the NBA stuff. Dwight Howard's in the NBA.
Okay, fine. Will writes, guess Mark is not the only one who LOL. Okay, that's the questions on there.
Okay.
There's also actually you missed the one question someone posted, which I thought would be pretty good for you, Jay. Vladimir Putin wants to expose 9/11.
Well, I figured we'd wait and see if he did before we talked about it.
Well, he's not going to because it's all bullshit. So why don't we talk about it now? Putin threatens to release satellite evidence of 9/11.
Yeah.
I thought that would be totally up your alley.
It is totally up my alley. I feel like we have a 9/11 argument like every other episode.
Will, I have a question for you. Do you believe 9/11 was the mastermind
Inside job,
plan of? No, the Keebler elves.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
Jay thinks it was the Keebler
Where
elves.
were? You know what? Where were they? Yeah, nobody has an account. Where the fuck were they?
All I know is 9/11 happened. And I didn't have cookies for weeks. They must have been busy on that shit.
We had
EL
two.
Fudge, EL Qaeda, right?
There you go.
There you go. Debunked. There's another one. Got him.
We had two website
weird.
comments too.
Oh, we have website comments?
Yeah.
I didn't know we ever had those.
Yeah, I didn't either. I guess I should log in more often.
I didn't even realize we even had a website. Go on.
brinkofsanityshow.com is the website. One guy was commenting a couple episodes ago. I mentioned I bought a Rob Liefeld comic for $40. This was 20 years ago, not now. And he wrote $40. Was that $1 per patch? Per pouch. I messed that up. If you guys don't know Rob Liefeld, he drew 40 pouches all over every X-Men's outfits for God knows what reason.
Just pockets and pockets.
Yeah, everyone just
They
had
need pockets.
hundreds of pockets. It was very weird.
Even Wolverine has
pockets.
stuff.
You can't go into any of them. He's always ripping his pockets with his claws.
Yeah, those are tiny little pouches. What are you fitting in there anyway? And then we had an email about Kids Bop. Apparently, they weren't saying bringing anal back. They were saying bringing it all back.
I'm pretty sure the kids want to do a song about bringing anal back. I'm pretty sure you're right, Jay.
I don't hear it.
We got a couple things. We got Rolling Stone ranked the greatest SNL characters of all time. We have a game with
Blank
that.
list.
And I made a game for who's more electable for president. You want to play a quick game here? You want to try this, guys?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
not?
Let her
Okay.
rip.
So here's I'm going to give you either or, and you tell me who you think would be realistically more electable to be president of the United States. A guy who believes in UFOs, aliens, or a guy who's a devout atheist, who's more likely to be president in our country. And this is like a guy like in like debates he'll say, yeah, I believe in aliens, or yeah, I'm like totally open about it.
I'm gonna go with aliens.
Right. You say, yeah, if there's anything that you're an atheist, you're out. If you don't like
Yeah.
God. Like, oh, yeah, God made the aliens, right?
Yeah, anything religious. If you're not Christian, you're not getting elected as
And
president. of the
anything
United States.
ridiculous. You're like, yeah, fucking aliens and spaceships. And they're like, yeah, and talking burning bushes and women made from a guy's rib and
And
talking snake. Yeah, all kinds of fun stuff.
And
Yeah.
magic and giants and demons and yeah.
Okay, a former and admitted member of the KKK who claims to be a completely reformed racist, or a transsexual.
KKK guy, absolutely.
Yeah,
Transsexual, and he's out. He's outed, or is it just like it's really?
you know, yeah, these are all like maybe even better if he wasn't, but yeah, no.
Yeah, he's
like
like really obvious.
yeah.
Refers to him, say he's the first lady. He's just like he's one of those guys. Like he turns to the left and he's got the man, and then he turns to the right and he's the woman.
President RuPaul.
A feminist or a really, really fat man, like 400 pounds. Who do we hate more?
Hate the feminists more.
I don't know. I think like a 400-pound fat man could never be president.
No, come on. Other than people would be ashamed that like, oh, this is the guy that's the here's the American president, average size.
What about a 400-pound man or a 3-foot tall man?
400-pound.
Brain in a jar. Like that's what I would vote for.
A Denny's waiter who makes $20K a year and looks like Mitt Romney, or a wildly successful businessman who's 3 foot tall and looks like Vern Troyer.
Denny's. It's all about the image.
And last one, a man who claims to be a vampire, or a gay Jewish fat woman.
Vampire.
Vampire.
I don't think that one.
Vampire, but he's got to do it quick before the Twilight craze is over. He's got to get in there quick.
Yeah, Vampire Diaries is
It's
still
vampire, or
playing
he's out, and werewolves are in, and then he's gonna lose to the werewolf.
What if he like has to be fed also? He claims he needs to like suck on blood, but still like.
Yeah, no, I think.
What could a
go with the
gay
vampire.
Jewish fat woman like? Is there anyone that they could beat? Like if a member of Al Qaeda ran versus a gay Jewish fat woman, who would win?
Ooh, that would be
Any
close.
one of the all three, that's just no. That's a triple negative. If it was
Yeah.
just one of those things, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't
Right, it's the trifecta.
If you did two, double negative, maybe that would work.
Well, I guess it's
Gay
four things.
woman, it's a man. All right, yeah, she's white.
She's the 4 horsemen of the Southern Fear.
All right, we're running a little bit long, so we have Infowars. If you guys want to do that,
What is it?
that is.
Do you want to do Rolling Stone next time?
Yeah, we'll do Rolling Stone next time. Will has not experienced Infowars. So
Okay,
we'll
let's do it
that.
first.
So this is a conspiracy website, and the comments on this website are just off the wall. So I'm going to read a description of an article, and then you guys will guess what the crazy comment is, and I will read a real comment, and I will guarantee you that the real comment's crazier than what you guys can come up with.
So we try to come up with something crazier than what's actually real.
Or we try to guess as close as we can to
Yes.
what the crazy comment that you have selected is. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you get the idea.
All right, so this article is Ruth Bader Ginsburg says America's ready to accept a pro-gay marriage ruling.
My conspiracy article would be that Ruth Bader Ginsburg doesn't really exist, and she that's it. It's mine. She's a hoax.
Yeah, no. She's the devil or a reptile humanoid.
She's a reptile humanoid trying to turn the South gay.
No, she's the devil. She's the devil. She's just straight up the devil.
I think she's trying to.
Not the devil is working through you. You are the devil. not the devil is controlling you. Not this is the devil putting thoughts into your head. You are the devil.
They think the planet is dying, so they're trying to do population control by forcing everyone to get gay married.
You guys are close. So this one is, next will be the ruling on favoring after-birth abortions, forced vaccines, and chips. They're big into inserting chips into your body to track you. Sweeping internet censorship, government-controlled cars, gutting the Second Amendment, all for the good of the people. I think we may already be there. These are real people that are commenting on this, by the way. Like, this isn't like joke comments. These people are serious about that.
I don't know. They might be trolling.
No, the entire site is just, I mean, it's like comment after comment like this.
Yeah, if you post something like rational, like, actually I have a back and forth, if you guys want me to read a back and forth. If you post something rational, like, multiple people will attack you. So the next one is, McDonald's gives free vaccines with Happy Meals in Texas.
McDonald's is trying to infect people with the measles. I don't know why they're trying to do that, but apparently they're trying to do that. That's all I got.
McDonald's is the devil. They're trying to inject you with the devil.
We had the greatest one of all time was there was a thing about school shootings, and the conspiracy theory was the school shootings were all hoaxes. None of them actually happened.
Yeah. It's because God isn't allowed in schools.
The sad thing is,
God,
actually,
so, like he's gonna listen to your fucking rules. Like God does. Oh, they said I can't go in there, so I made the whole universe, but they said I can't go in this fucking school. So yeah, shoot him.
The sad thing is, I had to pick out of the multiple comments that said that the shooting was a hoax. This one is, my last straw. This hellish place now has a double negative, killing with food and shots. Every time I go past the McDonald's here in Wisconsin, they get the thumbs down or the finger up. And if you work at this godless place, you are an enemy of God, and you are no friend of mine. I am a very peaceful guy, but it is time for war real soon.
Wait, why is he mad at McDonald's?
They're gonna get you twice. They got you coming and going.
Because everyone on this site
fat,
thinks that vaccines are causing autism.
Yeah, and peanut allergies.
Yeah.
Very helpful for society.
Yeah.
Can you picture this guy? Because I can. He's driving past the McDonald's and he's in his car with the windows rolled up, but he's giving the finger. Fuck McDonald's, fuck you.
Yeah, I wrote a comment like, flipping off a store doesn't make you seem crazy at all.
Yeah,
and
you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? The sad thing is he really, I guarantee he really does do that.
Oh, yeah. No question.
These people are out of their goddamn
No question. And I guarantee he's got a group of friends that like validate. Yeah, that's awesome. I heard that you do that. That's so cool. And they like, give him praise and just enable him to continue being a fucking lunatic because they're lunatics. On
Friday nights, they drink their Budweiser because Bud is the greatest beer ever. And they whoop and holler and drive back and forth past the McDonald's, flipping it off. So yeah, those are the two I got this week. And then I do have the back and forth if you want to hear it. This guy completely
go for it.
off. This guy starts off. This is going back to the Ruth Gator Ginsburg article, and he wrote, "Homosexuality should be a crime. This sort of thing is what happens when it isn't. As a recognized lifestyle, the only thing the courts can do is give them what they want in the name of freedom. Of course, with such principles such as these, all the crimes can therefore be considered lifestyle choices." So I wrote, yeah, let's hang people who are attracted to each other if we don't like who they're attracted to, Merca. And he wrote, I'm suspecting that you are queer because you defend homosexuality. But 3 strikes and you're out is what I'm talking
like the
about.
Biggest insult. Like, damn.
And here's the chip again. You get chipped on the second offense and terminated on the third. And I wrote, believe it or not, it's possible to not hate everyone who's different from you, and it was a lifestyle that has absolutely no effect on you. And then this is where he just lost his mind. Homosexuals transmit diseases. They want to marry, adopt children, teach in grade school and kindergarten. AIDS was brought to the heterosexuals via queers. They have a plan to destroy heterosexuality and to force it into the closet as they have been until recently. Then he linked to the Homosexual Manifesto. And and wrote,
Wow, of course.
When AIDS first came out, medical doctors wanted the infected queers to go back to their lovers and tell them to get checked out. The sooner the disease was recognized, the better. The queers went ballistic and refused to do so. Queer is lethal. Their lives are short and disgusting. Let me ask you, do you think hatred is bad no matter what, or do you think this righteous hatred is justifiable? I mean, queers have you and your children in their sights. Is that hatred? They want to destroy heterosexuality. He just goes on and on and on. If you eat food prepared by a faggot who eats feces and doesn't care to wash their hands, are you supposed to be tolerant?
Who do you think this guy?
He knows a lot about it. Yeah, they're always eating those queers. They just can't get out of the feces.
Who do you think the guy actually is? Like, it's like someone that you're doing business with, and like he goes back on the site to write all this crap.
It's like the guy in the cubicle next to me at work.
Yeah, the guy like, what's up, Jim? What's going on? Are you gonna get some lunch today? Okay, well, you're gonna stay there and just comment on your blog about how much you hate gay people. Okay, I'll see you later.
It's just amazing. I just wrote, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was talking to a crazy person. And then he wrote like 4 comments back, but I stopped responding.
Yeah, what can you do at that point? He makes a good point for euthanizing people on after a certain amount of offenses.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing where it's just like, you know what, just you are not good for this planet. There is nothing positive in your forecast. You need to just be put down.
To be fair, Jay, at some point it's kind of pointless to respond to this guy. It's not like you're going to post something and go, you're being a bigot. He's like, you're right.
Well, that's why I stopped responding, because he kept writing after that. There's multiple responses after that. Then he starts calling me a faggot. So then I tried. Actually, I did respond. I tried screwing with him, and I told him I think he's attracted to me, and he's upset because I don't want to hook up with him. And that just totally set him off again. It's just amazing. And then
I have one news story before we end our show.
Okay.
Did you know Charles Manson was engaged?
Yes.
And he got played for a fool because his wife-to-be only wanted him for his dead body.
That is, I didn't read that part. I don't understand that.
This girl apparently was 27 and actually pretty attractive for just generally for life, much less for someone that was engaged to a serial killer doing life in prison.
With a swastika tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah, like pretty normal guy. She was planning on gaining possession of Manson's corpse through a marriage so that she and her friends could display Manson's dead body in a tourist attraction.
Well, who's going to go to that?
I don't know, but if she's attractive enough. If I'm Charles Manson, I'm like, whatever, I'll be dead. It's fine. I'll still be married to you. Sounds good. I don't know. How many better offers you're getting?
Yeah, what else are you doing, Charles Manson?
He's like, I could beat off tonight in my prison, or I can at least like have some girl that like wants to use my dead body later on. That sounds pretty good to me.
All right, let's do one more one real quick, because I'm never going to remember this for next week.
Yeah.
This was one about a dad who realized his son was retarded. It was born already. He was retarded, and his wife said, leave him with the hospital or I'm going to leave you. This is in New Zealand. I didn't know you had the option to just see your kid and then say, like, we're going to return.
No, do over.
Yeah,
wrap it up. You're going to go through a whole life where you have to fucking take care of this dude, and it's going to be miserable for him, and it's just going to be a wrap it up. Wrap it up. Do over.
The guy's raising hundreds of thousands of dollars online. There's no way the story's true.
I kind of wanted to redhead.
Didn't they say he's in Armenia?
I thought it was New Zealand.
I thought the guy was from New Zealand, but he's in Armenia.
Oh, well, I don't know where the fuck he is, but I never heard of a hospital where you can give birth to a kid and then decide if you want to keep it or not.
Harvest the organs and just wrap it up. Whatever you can do.
You know, I was really hoping for a kid with blue eyes. This one has brown. You keep it.
See, I think it says Armenia because no one even knows how to look up laws in Armenia. They're like, that sounds right. Armenia, you're probably allowed to throw kids in the garbage.
As long as you kept the receipt.
Yeah. Do you want this one? His hair is he's got blonde hair, and I think you said you wanted brown hair.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Nope, don't want it. It's all yours.
He just looks like a little bit of a faggot. Do you want to throw him away?
I mean, we don't know yet, but yeah, he'd definitely be gay.
You can tell by his hand. He's like flailing. He's gonna want to jack off dudes. You might want to get rid of this.
If I had to guess, he was an Obama guy. So
yeah, this guy would give the finger to McDonald's. You might want to kill him now.
Oh, there's so many fucked up people out there.
Will, if you had a baby and the doctor said your baby's like majorly retarded, but you could throw him away if you want, would you throw him away?
Yeah, throw him away. Yeah, no question. Throw him away.
Yeah, I'm actually with the wife on this one.
Throw him away. Yeah, no, dude, just like again, you know, you're gonna go through it. You know, he's gonna have a horrible fucking life. He's gonna be, yay, I'm happy, yay, you know. But it's horrible. It's fucking, you know, just wrap it up.
Yeah, every day of your life.
Send him to heaven. Heaven's so fucking great, you know. Fucking send him to like God. He made him in His image. This is him when he fucking is drunkest, I guess. This is, you know, this is God made this fucking thing. Here, you take it. You fucking push this thing around in a fucking wheelchair through the fucking airport where he's and I gotta pretend that he's not going because that's in the social contract. You know, when the retard is going you just fucking sit there with a straight face. You're turning red, trying not to fucking laugh your ass off because that's that. Oh, you're me. You're horrible because this dude is going. Pouring out of my mind in the airport. This dude's going, and I'm not allowed to laugh. Okay, all right, yeah, kill it. Oh, I can't laugh at it. Yeah, kill it.
Those are your two choices: laugh.
Get the fuck out of here. He's useless. That's all retards are good for, and midgets. That's all they're good for is to laugh at them. If I can't laugh at them, yeah, wrap it up. Do over. Try again. Make a normal human. I don't give a shit. My kid, your family, I don't care. I'm a huge fan. If there's nothing going on, if there's nothing positive in your forecast, yeah, euthanize him.
No,
Wrap it up.
Sounds harsh, but I mean,
no, man, just seriously, because there's nothing positive in there for it. It's just gonna be bad shit. You know, they're gonna suffer. Other people around them are gonna have to suffer. They're gonna go commit a crime or whatever. You know, just get rid of them. Just fucking get rid of them. We got enough people. We got enough fucking people. Just everybody's like, oh, you're so mean. Oh, it's a lot, dude. Let's be realistic here, man. We got enough fucking people, dude. Wrap it up. You gotta start fucking going, you know, oh, everybody gets a chance. Everybody gets a turn. You know, keep all these people alive. Like, no, pretend we're in the fucking wild. This retarded baby isn't gonna be able to feed himself. He's dead. Just let him fucking die. Wrap it up.
Mark's like, I want no part in this conversation.
Oh, you're so mean. Oh, you're so mean. It's like, yeah, okay, let this thing grow. 30, 40-year-old fucking retard having a miserable life where he's a retard. That's people look at him. He's a fucking broken human. He'll never have a normal life. He'll see people get married and see if he can ever fucking process that's never going to happen to him. That's horrible.
Well, not only that, it's never going to, your whole life is fucked too.
Yeah, you're taking care, you're pushing him through the airport. Oh, he's singing. He's a beautiful voice.
Will, we just got your baby.
I made. I shouldn't have smoked all that crack.
We just got your baby. He looked a little kind of weird and all that.
Down
so
syndrome-y?
we heard you.
Toilet's over here. You looked a little Down syndrome-y.
Well, we didn't even investigate your baby yet, and it's already in the toilet.
He loves it. Yay! Down you go to the sewer.
I'm going to name you Flushy.
If you can somehow become a mutant alligator creature, I invite you to come back and kill me. There's a little mission for you. Instead of yelling in the airport, you get to become a humanoid and seek revenge as a humanoid fucking reptile.
Goodbye,
oh no,
Flushy.
he's back. Oh, shit.
You know what? If he's back, he earned
Daddy.
it. Mark, this is the quietest I've ever heard you on the podcast.
I don't know. There's no chance to jump in there.
You do it. You say, "Oh no, I would never do that." That's a great idea. I'm totally gonna do that. Oh no! Just knock the crib over. Oh no!
Oopsie. The crib tipped over and just fell down the toilet. I don't know what happened. All right. I'm glad we did that article.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Jesus.
People are going to try and undownload this episode. Can I give it back to the internet?
Can I treat this episode like it was a retarded baby and give it back?
Yes. Flush it.
Yes.
Flush it right now.
We totally understand. You could flush our episode down the toilet.
What did we learn today?
We learned that we are pro flushing retarded babies down the toilet.
That maybe in New Zealand or Armenia you're allowed to give back retarded babies.
Just leave it there. They just fucking use it as a doorstop. Yeah, fucking whatever you want to do with it.
Doorstop.
Yeah, just fucking take the organs, put them in other normal babies. You know, maybe you could take 3 Down syndrome babies and make one normal baby, make a super retard baby. Something, you know. Maybe you get the pieces that are missing from one baby and you take the pieces from another baby.
Frankentard.
Share this baby. Yeah.
We learned that people from Ohio are insane.
They are. They're a little off. You know, I think even John Lithgow.
Oh yeah.
Once I heard he was from Ohio, I saw he was from Ohio. I was like, you. So I think maybe in his personal life he does some weird shit. Because at the very least they're a little off.
Well, we're not saying they're all terrible, but they're all off. Yeah.
They're watch out. Just that's a sign. You gotta watch out.
We also learned that if you have carpeting in your bathroom, you might want to look in the mirror and see and just ask yourself what you did with your life.
Ask yourself why you like stepping on moldy pee.
Why do you hate yourself? We learned that Will on the show gets approached online at least about nailing other people's wives.
You guys aren't in the right places. If it's not happening to you, I think it's pretty much anybody could be eligible for that.
I think it's not that it's not happening to us; it's that we kind of missed the boat by getting suckered into long-term relationships.
We both missed the online dating thing by a little while. So
yeah,
well, at least I was like, wow, I'm so glad that I got to do this for a little bit, at least a little bit, because it's so much easier.
I mean, I got the beginnings of it, but I didn't have all the GPS shit. That's pretty hardcore. Did we learn anything else? We don't learn a lot on this show. We
do not learn a lot on the show.
Well, we learned that people on InfoWars really, really hate gay people with an unending passion. And I think that's all we learned.
What would you rather have Who do you think is more likely to become president? A poster on InfoWars or a gay person?
Poster on InfoWars, absolutely. I think those people are elected president.
Or maybe those people are gay and they're just like, yeah, those fags, they're eating shit. And how do you know? Oh, shut up.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know. Just saying.
Did extensive research to make sure.
Give me a pamphlet.
Wouldn't it be great if one day Alex Jones, the founder of InfoWars, was like, "Oh, you know what? I never actually looked in the comment section on my website. Let me look at the comment. Oh, this is what I've created.
I've created a monster.
Oh God!" Shuts it down. He has a big article like, "I didn't know you got people with this terrible. I'm shutting this down now. These conspiracies, they were all jokes. Come on."
Yeah,
My entire website was a
satirical. This is like The Onion. This is supposed to be jokes.
Exactly.
He realizes they're all serious, and he just, oh my God.
Okay, so I think that's it, right?
Good. Yeah, I think we're good.
We're done. Okay.
Yeah, dude, flush it.
All right.
We learned in Manorville, people have manners. Okay.
Just flush it. That's where they come from.
So you can email us, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Our website is brinkofsanityshow.com. And the Twitter handle is brinkofsanity3.com. That's
Are you the third? How did that happen?
I had Brink of Sanity.
Right.
His dad was the second.
And then we
his grandfather
started.
was the first.
We started our Nick's podcast. So I said, hey, let me combine Twitter accounts. So I named it Nick of Sanity. And then I said, this is a really bad idea because Knicks fans don't want to hear about flushing babies down the toilet and vice versa. So I went back to get...
I'm sure there's a tween. I'm sure there's
a couple crossovers, yeah. So then I tried to get Brink of Sanity back, and one guy took it, tweeted 3 times, and 4 years later has never logged on or tweeted again, but apparently he now owns the name forever. So I'm very bitter about that, and I emailed Twitter, and they said, well, you can go fuck yourself. He has the name forever.
Shameful.
Yeah. So we are Brink of Sanity 3 on Twitter, and that will forever be the bane of my existence.
Nice. I like that. I'm sorry that I brought that up.
It's all right. I bring it up like every 5 episodes because it really pisses me off. All right. So thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end.